One battle at will that I want to touch on that we didn't get to is the battle between Virgil van Dijk, especially with the fact that he's had a bit of time out to rest ahead of this final, and Karim Benzema. How do you see that one playing out?
Well, they always say it's easier to defend than it is to attack. And so I'm going to go with Virgil van Dijk. You know, the one thing with Van Dijk's injury is that he doesn't want to have people running in behind him. And certainly Benzema's not going to be doing that. So the one thing that Virgil van Dijk does not want isn't going to happen. Everything else he can deal with, whether it's Benzema or anybody else. So I think Virgil van Dijk will come out on top of Benzema.
Because Stevie, he'd said that he feels good ahead of this, Virgil van Dijk, that he did want some time out ahead of this. Are you okay if you've not? Are you all right to have that time out to then go back into a game of this magnitude?
What, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's not like 2 months. I mean, so he misses one game.
Right. So it's not a big deal.
Well, actually, it turned out to be 2 games. But so you've sat out for 1 week, basically. That doesn't affect anything. That's a nice break for somebody that's played a lot of games. That's all, nothing else.
And while we may focus on the potential matchup of Van Dijk and Benzema, when we talk about Karim Benzema, one of the things that we mention time and time again is that he's able to pop out in different spaces, that he will end up at one point or another inside the 18-yard box, but he may start the sequence down the right. He may be underneath. He may be combining on the left with Vinicius Jr. That's what makes it challenging to keep up with Karim Benzema. That is not, hey, I got you and I got you for the rest of the day and that's it, it's you and me. No. Yeah, there'll be moments in which it will be Van Dijk against Benzema, but it's going to be whoever else is in that back line for Liverpool having to address, okay, where is he and how do we keep up with his movement? And it's not only the back four, it's also guys from the midfield helping out when he drops underneath. That's the part that is going to be very challenging for Liverpool to address Benzema. It's not the 1v1. And the 1v1, Van Dijk is better than most. It's the rotation and the movement and the freedom that he has to go in different places.
It's been well documented that Liverpool are the favourites coming into this game. Yesterday, everybody went for Liverpool on the show. We've heard from our guys in Paris today, a lot more going for Real Madrid. Jules, Mark Ogden, Gab, when pushed, went for Real Madrid. Robbo, even though he won the croissant competition, actually did go for Liverpool. We promised everyone Stevie's prediction on this show, so I'll come to you last on this, Stevie. Ali, who are you going for? And how is it going to play out?
Well, I can tell you that I was coming into this show thinking, yeah, this is all Real Madrid, just because of how they got here. It almost seems as if they're destined to win this, and how many times they were left for dead, and somehow here they are, once again, with a one-off opportunity to win Champions League. But to hear Gab pick Real Madrid gave me all sorts of despair. It makes me feel all sorts of uncomfortable. And to hear now people that were not picking Real Madrid earlier in Champions League, before all these comebacks, and to hear them say, well, no, now Real Madrid, I think they're favorites coming in. I think Real Madrid has thrived in the role of sort of, yeah, it's us against Manchester City, it's us against Chelsea. Yeah, we're not playing well, and somehow we find a way because of this spirit, because we believe, because it's our history. It is our destiny indeed. But then now more people are picking Real Madrid. That makes me nervous. However, I don't care if I'm nervous. I'm not nervous the night before a big game. I sleep very well. I'm going to say Real Madrid continue the run and they finish it off against Liverpool because of my concerns in the midfield for Liverpool. If those guys are not quite right, both Fabinho and Thiago Alcantara, it will show on the field. And if it does show, I think it gives Real Madrid an advantage.
Stevie?
Well, if you believe in hocus pocus, then you go for Real Madrid, right? Because that's all it is.
Focus.
I've got the hocus pocus on Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool shouldn't even have been in the Champions League this year because they had to rely on a last-minute winner from the goalkeeper from a header to actually get in the tournament.
So there's
if you want hocus
Real Madrid's world-class players.
If you want hocus pocus, then there's your hocus pocus for you. How about we concentrate on what they're capable of doing on the field? How about
6-0 Liverpool?
Take the names away. I I will take the names away and put 2 other teams up. I will always go for the team who are more consistent and who produce a certain level of performance every single time they step on the field.
Not the league winners.
Excuse me?
Not the league winners in La Liga.
Well, see, you try to be clever now. But if you want to stick to facts, we're talking about a level of performance.
Well, there's facts and there's hocus pocus.
How many times have you watched this show and Ali sat there going, well, you know what, they haven't played well. They didn't play well. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. Right? So I'm going for the team. I'm going for the team that's like that every time they step on the field. And I'm certainly not going for the team who were completely outplayed against PSG, completely outplayed pretty much against Chelsea, completely outplayed by Man City, but somehow this team, the great thing about this team is they get it done. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're relying on, well, they get it done. If that's your go-to, well, we just get it done. How about you go with consistency and quality, yes, but don't go with your hocus pocus and your we'll get it done. So that's why I'm not going for Real Madrid.
Because they're rubbish.
I said they were rubbish. I just said I'm not into hocus pocus, and they haven't been consistent.
All right, so what's
they
the
may have
score
won
prediction?
some games, but they haven't been consistent.
Score prediction.
Hocus pocus.
2-1 Liverpool.
All right. We're going to get it done in the
90 minutes, yeah.
Hocus 2, pocus 1.
Hocus pocus.
We'll
We'll
find out tomorrow.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.